Boysendal offers a fully equipped 911 rescue facility consisting of 2 ambulances, on-site medical treatment, and a rescue helicopter if required. We pride ourselves at Boysendal for offering the best medical service available to our staff, and in case of all injuries, all persons must report to the 911 facility immediately. We offer the following free services: blood pressure health check, sugar level health check, saturation health check, heart rate and temperature health check. An ambulance is available 24 hours a day. In case of an accident, it will be sent to the scene of the accident where the patient or patients will be treated and then transported to Lydenburg Hospital during the week from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. During weekends and night shift, the injured will be transported directly to Middelburg Hospital. In case of serious injuries, the patient or patients will be airlifted to Middelburg or Lydenburg Hospital. In case of an emergency, please call us on the following numbers: 010 003 1111 or on our cellular system 079 414 7782 or on the radio. We are now going to go through the procedures of the change house. You enter the change house by using your clock card and swiping it to enter. If your clock card does not activate, therefore not allowing you access into the change house, you need to report to the time and attendance clerk on the left-hand side of the turnstile. Your clock card will be rectified on the system. Go back to the entrance point and re-swipe your access card to enter. Once you have entered the change house, collect your overalls and socks, which were washed on the previous shift. You collect them from the person at the washroom before entering the change house. Your locker will be issued by the senior HR person and safety manager of Northam, and every person must provide his or her own lock. At the end of your shift, tie your overall, socks, and underwear into a bundle to be handed in at the counter of the washing room, which you need to sign in. We are now going to go through the procedures of the change house. You enter the change house by using your clock card and swiping it to enter. If your clock card does not activate, therefore not allowing you access into the change house, you need to report to the time and attendance clerk on the left-hand side of the turnstile. Your clock card will be rectified on the system. Go back to the entrance point and re-swipe your access card to enter. Once you have entered the change house, collect your overalls and socks, which were washed on the previous shift. You collect them from the person at the washroom before entering the change house. Your locker will be issued by the senior HR person and safety manager of Northam, and every person must provide his or her own lock. At the end of your shift, tie your overall, socks, and underwear into a bundle to be handed in at the counter of the washing room, which you need to sign in. We are now going to go through the procedures of the lamp room. Before entering the lamp room, you will be required to attend training at the training center for the Viro Cap and Self-Rescue Pack. On completion of the training, a form will be filled in at the training center and signed off by you and the training officer. You will then hand the form in at the lamp room before being issued with the necessary instruments stipulated on the form. You will then remove the Viro Cap and Rescue Pack from the charging rack and proceed to the test station to check if the instruments are working correctly. To test your Viro Cap, you need to switch on the Viro Cap lamp, and place the ViroCap lamp in the testing holder. Gas will start to pump into the instrument, and after about 12 seconds, the green light will go on, showing that the instruments are working properly. You can then remove the ViroCap lamp from the test holder. When checking your rescue pack, check that the seals are not broken, the top lids are not dented, the bottom lid is not torn, and that the seal at the back is dark blue in color. To test your GDI, make sure it is set on 0 for CH4 and CO2 by opening the test holder on the side and placing the GDI instrument inside. The GDI should remain inside the test holder until the light indicator turns green. The green light indicates that the instrument is working. Should the instrument be faulty, please report it to the lamps man. Do not take the GDI underground if faulty. PPE issuing. The PPE store is located inside the change house. An issuing form signed by the HOD is required to withdraw PPE for the PPE Select store. All PPE will be invoiced accordingly. Ensure you wear the correct PPE when traveling underground. Traveling from the lamp room to the Frog. When traveling from the lamp room to the Frog, you are required to clock out on the opposite side of the lamp room to where you have clocked in. Walk around the back of the building towards the buses in the parking area. The bus will leave between 6:15 a.m. and 6:30 a.m. down to the Frog. The route to the Frog will be from the change house past the Northern Platinum office block towards the T-junction. At the T-junction, turn left towards the traffic circle. Go around the traffic circle and out at 180 degrees towards the first brake test ramp. You will be required to do a brake test before going down to the Frog. Once the brake test is complete, proceed over the speed humps, observing the speed limit on the signs alongside the road. Sound the hooter when approaching oncoming traffic and when passing vehicles. Obey all stop signs and be observant of wild animals crossing the road unexpectedly. Pass the workshop and refueling bay to the left-hand side before reaching the second test ramp. Go over the second test ramp, pass the return airway north, and stop the vehicle in the parking when traveling with a LDV vehicle. The buses will travel up to the surface waiting place to offload their passengers. Support. Support holes should be marked according to the mine standard. A bolter's responsibility is to ensure his machine is cleaned and washed daily, complete a checklist on his machine, ensure that his machine is sent for the scheduled maintenance, drill the support hole on the mark and correct dip 90 degrees against the dip of the hanging wall, drill the correct length, wash out the hole, insert 2 fast capsules and 5 slow capsules with a Fazlock gun on the machine. Push the resin bolt into the hole using the magazine and spanner up to the collar. Spin for 15 seconds. Wait for 45 seconds and tighten the bolt by rotating the nut anti-clockwise until the washer is tightened against the hanging wall and when the machine torque stops on the spanner. Blasting clearance. Before blasting, check the following. All cards are taken from the ticket boxes at the surface waiting place. All the books are signed out by all the people that have signed in. The blasting clearance book must be signed by all the miners that their working places are cleared and that blasting barriers are erected. The late shift production supervisor and miner on duty will drive the layout route through the mine and check that all barriers are erected, and the miner will sound the horn that gives a warning to people to clear the working place to warn employees that blasting is going to take place. They will also check that the blasting cables are connected to the centralized blasting system underground. Each miner's gang card clearance has been done. The responsible miner and the shift supervisor will close the last blasting barrier on the surface and report to the control room. Signing of all legal documents with the mine overseer on duty. Blasting with a centralized blasting after clearance.